Hi, welcome to Book Talk with Leni, because I talk about books and I'm Leni. Before we start, I excuse the still terrible audio because my microphone hasn't arrived yet. So just bear with me, okay? I'm new to this. So let's go. There are a lot of people out there who annotate. I'm one of them. I did a video on this on my TikTok. TikTok has a small amount of time that I can use, and now I can explain it in detail because I do ramble sometimes. I want to explain how I annotate my books because I feel like I have a completely different way of annotating than other people, and I feel like this is a perfect way of, if you want to get into annotating but you're way too overwhelmed by people who annotate literally everything, which you just doesn't work for me. And I feel like my way of annotating is really easy, simple, and if you want to try it, you can tell me in the comments if it works for you. So if you are interested, keep watching. Everything that I use in the description below, but so I'm just gonna use one book as an example, and then I'll show you in the book that I'm currently reading what I do. So this is a book that I've heavily annotated, as you can see. It is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. And like I said, this is heavily annotated. But first of all, the first thing that I do is I match the tabs to the cover just because I like it. A matching highlighter as well. The sticky notes that I use, like the tabs that I use, you can literally get them on Amazon in packages. You can also get them on AliExpress, I believe. I usually get them from Amazon. They're also on Etsy, I think. Yeah, they come in different colors and packages. I usually use those that are a little bit see-through. I have a lot of highlighters, so I think these are like worldwide, right? The Stabilo Boss ones. Pretty simple. You can, but you can like literally use any highlighter. These are just the ones that I use. So basically what I do is I don't tab like a crazy amount, even though it looks like it, but what I do is basically everything that I put inside the book gets tabbed. So in this case is every time I wrote something in it, I tapped it with one color. You see that? I highlighted something, I tapped it in another color. And that's basically how it works, right? All I do, because I feel like that's the simplest and easiest way of finding what you need when you go back and to organize the entire thing. Like for in this case, I both highlighted and wrote something, so both colors. Easy. And there are always like exceptions, right, here and there, of depending on the book. In this case, it was blue was probably something romantic, something in the love scene, so I highlighted it, and that means a green tab and a blue tab because it was a romantic scene or something. We all know what I'm talking about. The two things that I do: tap what I highlight in one color, and I tap something that I write in a different color. Sometimes I do do a separate color if I highlight a quote, right? Because I don't only highlight quotes. Like a quote, I still highlight it, and I put the tab for the highlight in a different color, if that makes any sense. But usually what I also do is my favorite quotes, I literally just write them in the front of the book because, you know, this way to have an overview and not be too intimidated. Like, I feel like annotating is something personal. Everybody does it their own way, and every way is right. There's no wrong way of doing it. But this is a really way if you want to get into annotating, and if you're overwhelmed and don't really understand what other people are doing. This is just what I felt made most sense for me, because I don't understand why I should write something inside if I can't find it later on, you know? And I also tab right when I read. If you ever ask yourself, what should I write inside? You don't have to write anything inside. I personally write inside stuff that I would say out loud. Like if I read something and I have a thought that I would share, but I can't because people don't care. Everything that is in your mind, just write it down. So if you think some stuff is really stupid, but I wrote inside, you know? Like, I don't even remember, but and then I wrote, no, but it's true, she would have said no. It's like the stuff that I think in my head. You know what I mean? Something that if you would watch a movie, you would say it out loud. Like everything you would say out loud, you just write it inside because this is your book. I usually kind of use them as a diary, like just sharing my thoughts. I never go back and annotate. I write what in the moment. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I'm sweating. It's insanely hot up here. I hope that makes sense, and I will show you what I mean by doing it. So, hi, this is Voice Over Me. Don't ask what I'm doing. I'm awkward and I tried something out. So, first of all, we're going to take the book. I'm currently reading Freeboard. And I got my pen and my highlighter. So, first of all, we're going to take out the matching sticky notes. And we're going to put them aside. Yeah. So, this is just a little speed up of me reading until I find a place where I feel like I have to write something down. So I do this little block and I just write my feelings down or a thought that I had or have. Don't ask why I put the book like that. I literally cannot write if the page is straight. And then I write. And I like to write on the outside of the page, if that makes sense. Like on the border. I take the red sticky note where I wrote something, because in this case, red means I wrote something. And then we continue reading. Apparently not that long, because just literally on the next page I highlighted something. Yeah, so we're highlighting, taking a orange sticky note and putting it there, and then we're gonna close the cap because we don't want to dry out. So continue reading, yeah, flip through. And see, you can see that I sometimes go back because maybe I had like a thought of, oh shit, I forgot something, or oh, this reminds me. Then I go back. It takes me a while to find the right place. So, and then I find it, and then I just write something down, you know? And again, just writing on the border. And it's actually really funny. If you focus on it, you can see that I ran out of space to write something and I just squeezed it in there. Right about now. See? I ran out of space. Whatever. Just squeezed it in there. And something I do a lot is I circle or underline and then I point a little arrow to what it belongs. And then again, with no problem at all, I took that sticky note and put it where it belongs. So I wrote something, that means red sticky note. And that's about it. Putting back that sticky note holder as a bookmark. And, okay, 1 second. Can we rewind this real quick? Okay. I'm so cool. What the hell? Let's continue with the video. If this is something that you would like to try, comment or tag me in your videos if you do try it. And like I said, annotating is something personal. This is not something that has to be perfect. It's literally just for you. So don't even think about it too much. Hi, this is me editing. It was so hot. I literally forgot to do an outro. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give a like, follow. If not, we're chill. We're cool. I hope you have a lovely day. Happy reading and see you next time. Bye. Love you.